本次会议即将开始，请您尽快就座，并将手机等通讯设备关闭或置于静音状态。谢谢您的合作。
智慧广电
Intelligent radio and television, future-oriented audiovisual technologies. Welcome to the breakout session on immersive audio-video technologies. We have online streaming of this afternoon's session. We also have international live streaming through YouTube. I'm Pan Guoling from the China Radio Film Television Design and Research Institute. We just hosted a high-definition audiovisual technology innovation forum in May this year. And now we gather again to discuss immersive video technology development trends and deployment and application of the technologies, and to promote the R&D and production of immersive video services and products. We have the following leaders coming from the National Radio and Television Administration, Deputy Director General Chang Jing, and also from the China Radio Film Television Design and Research Institute, Chairman of the Board Xu Xiuzhong. From the National Radio and Television Administration, Chief Economist Fu Yu. Madame Qu Meiling from the Beijing Radio and Television Station. Inner Mongolia Radio and Television Bureau, Deputy Director General Liu. And also, we have the Beijing Audiovisual Fusion Technology Chairman Zhou Yaoping, Alexander Brand. Zina Riel from Germany, Professor Jiang Ling from the Tianjin Fine Art Academy, Zhang Hongyu from the High Definition Certification Alliance, Yu Bo from the Black Bowl, and Cai Shuhuan from Kandao Co. Limited, Beijing Lanjing Science Technology Co. Limited, Li Ling, Wen Fang from the Feilan Tianxia Cultural Development Co. Limited, Wu Xiaobing, Chairman of Shoubang Technology Co. Limited, and Wang Jianxiong, Beijing Chuangzhi Shizhen Cultural and Tourism Development Co. Limited, Liu Jianliang from Zhouming Group, GTM Ecosystem Department, Sun Xuejing from Beijing Shidai Tuolin Science Technology Co. Limited, and also Ma Teng from the Beijing Cultural and Tourism Experience Technology Co. Limited. In 2020 August, the National Administration of Radio and Television published the 5G Immersive VR and cloud computing powered cloud gaming to use the higher formats, new user technology, user cases to promote immersive video technology development. Immersive video, it is already written into the joint declaration by the State Council and the Ministry of Sports, the Ministry of Information and Industrial Technologies, and also written in the 14th Five-Year Plan for digital technology. The technology itself has been iterated with the higher stability, enriched portfolio of services and products with high-quality products and services, and also naked eye 3D and XR virtual cinematography technology, especially in the cultural tourism area. It is used widely in order to implement the new development concept, achieve supply-side structural reform results, build new business models and formats, speed up the development of the industrial chain of immersive video technologies, and achieve international exchange between China and the world. In 2022, the Research Institute has been entrusted by the National Radio and Television Administration to carry out further R&D of immersive video technologies. And our mission is very much aligned with the thematic topics of this conference. That's why we are hosting this breakout session. Here, we want to promote the self-developed technologies in this field from China, promote the cooperation of new products and services. Now we kick off the afternoon session. First, I want to invite Madame Qu Meiling from Beijing Radio and Television Bureau. Distinguished leaders and guests, good afternoon. I feel very honored to, on behalf of the Beijing Radio and Television Bureau, to attend the breakout session on IV technology application to talk about immersive video development issues and challenges and opportunities. IV is a very important user case of a 5G HD technology in this new digitized era. We are using the XR technologies to allow the users to feel fully immersed in the audiovisual setting. So the users can have unprecedented, larger-than-life experience. 3 years ago, the National Radio Television Administration published the 5G HD technology white paper 2020 on immersive video, pointed out that the key technologies include panoramic cinematography, video stitching, and 3D image mapping, computerized video production, coding and media broadcasting and screening and projection, LED screen projection. So these technologies have a lot of potential in the development of R&D of these technologies, and also they promote great opportunities for socioeconomic development. We want to achieve a balanced development between technology R&D and socioeconomic development, industrial development. And now we have seen a mega trend of a new audiovisual trend. With the advent of internet technology, the IV market is having broader scope of application. The digital economy is emerging. Radio, television, online audiovisual contents are seeing new business models and products and services. Smart and intelligent radio and television and audiovisual industries are going beyond our expectation of growth. A new business model, a new smart radio television paradigm will be revitalized in this new fusion and will also achieve global influence. Beijing Radio Television Bureau is expanding the user cases for new audiovisual technologies, promoting the interactive video, immersive video, VR, featuring 5G plus 8K high-definition video. In April this year, as the warm-up activity of this conference, Beijing RT Bureau also hosted a smart RT and innovative application of future-oriented video and immersive video deployment and R&D workshop, analyzing the cutting-edge application scenarios for immersive video and to make a judgment regarding the future business opportunities, and to discuss how to build immersive venues and audiovisual light shows. And this is a follow-up activity after that warming up activity, and it is another time for us to share thoughts and ideas. A couple of days ago, Beijing RT Bureau was fully implementing the document passed by the Municipal Party Committee on building the audiovisual industry and initiated the 2023 special funds to sponsor the R&D of new audiovisual technology activities. All the technologies are incentivized in order to promote the audiovisual industry development in Beijing and also to promote the sales and export of devices, equipment relating to audiovisual technologies, and also build Beijing into an exemplary city of international communication, tell a good Chinese story, spread the Chinese voice. The world is changing, and the industries are developing by leaps and bounds. Cooperation and exchange can enable us to address future challenges. This forum is an international exchange platform. It is a good place for the industry professionals to share views and explore cooperation opportunities. And also here, I want to hope all the guests and attendees can have a very candid, in-depth discussion and dialogue and promote the application development of immersive video. And once again, on behalf of Beijing RT Bureau, I really want to wish this breakout session a complete success, and I hope all of you can bring a lot of new ideas and insights from this session and make new friends, find new business opportunities. Thank you very much. Thank you, Director General Qu. And also I want to thank Beijing RT Bureau for hosting this high-level conference on audiovisual technologies, and also has built a very good stage for the commercialization of our industry. Our next speaker is from the China Radio Film Television Design and Research Institute Co., Limited. Chairman Xu Xiuzhong, please. Distinguished Director General Chang, Director General Sun, Director General Liu, dear leaders and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Beijing in August is full of warmth and vitality. And today, we, supported by the Beijing Municipal People's Government, the National RT Administration, the Economic and Technological Development Area Administrative Committee, we are hosting the Immersive Video International Exchange Workshop. On behalf of China Radio Film Television Design and Research Institute, I want to congratulate you on the convening of the breakfast session. And I want to say thank you and send out a warm welcome to all of you. In recent years, AI, big data, VR, and other emerging technologies are the new features of the new round of disruptive technological revolution. They are recomposing the productive factors of the whole world. New technologies will bring new paradigms and new business opportunities. The radio, television, and video industries are working closely to build an inclusive and open audiovisual industrial paradigm. As a national-level engineering, design, and research institute at the national level, for years we have been focusing on using innovation to drive our business growth. We focused on the high-level development and technology R&D of the audiovisual industries, supporting all types of political activities and events, helping the NRTA to achieve a fusion between 5G technologies and other technologies. And also, we are taking active measures to promote the development of digital technology and to have hybrid and integrated use of 5G technology and 8K high-definition technologies. And also, we are working really hard to work on the engineering part of the story and to achieve the full level of fusion technology, the technology monitoring technology, low-carbon technology to improve the high-quality development of the audiovisual sector. And this year, we celebrated the 70th anniversary of the founding of the Research Institute. We are using additional funding to build a flexible market-based business model, use technology and capital as the dual engine of the development of new technologies to help China achieve digital transformation and be the leader in audiovisual technology R&D to build a world-class digitized cultural group. In 2022, the National RTA Administration proposed the idea of developing 5G plus 8K HD technology as the ultra-high definition sector research institute. This target has already been written into the 14th five-year plan of the country, showing great promise. Immersive video, we are a major researcher of this technology. We have been constantly carrying out technology R&D, system testing, standard setting, and pilot program execution. We have made some preliminary results in the deployment and application of IV. We also led the drafting of the white paper and standard book on immersive video. And also, we got a special funding from MIIT regarding the application of immersive video in cultural, tourism, and sport arena. And also, we participated in the research program regarding the medium to long-term development of immersive video. And also, we got another special funding for the research topic of using immersive video to promote the dissemination of the outstanding culture and customs of China. And also, we participated in the competition on ultra-high definition video hosted by the National Radio and Television Administration and has won multiple national awards. And also, we finished the international promo trailer of immersive high-definition video. And also, we translated the Chinese strategy handbook on ultra-high-definition video R&D into English to exert its greater international influence. And also, our chief scientist participated in the international conference on immersive video to send out the Chinese voice. So this time, we are hosting Immersive Video Technology International Exchange Workshop. It will deepen the cooperation exchange between Chinese and foreign partners to achieve collaborative R&D, make technology breakthroughs, launch new products and services, and nurture new development dynamism, and also to disseminate the Chinese technologies of immersive video. I hope all of you will share your ideas here, and also we want to demonstrate to the world our strength and power in this sector. Let's work together with a strong leadership from the Party Committee of NRTA to reinforce immersive video technology R&D, break the bottlenecks so that the radio, television, audiovisual industries will be enabled by the new technologies and achieve a higher level of development. Thank you for your long-lasting support of us, and I wish this breakout session a complete success. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman Xu. Actually, I know you are a leading entity of ultra-high definition immersive video technology R&D. Our next speaker is from Director General Chang Jing from NRTA, International Cooperation Department. Now, let's welcome Director General Chang Jing from NRTA. Distinguished Director General Qu Meiling, Director General Liu Zhongwen, Chairman Xu Xiuzhong, dear guests, I feel very happy to meet all of you on the occasion of the Immersive Video International Exchange workshop. On behalf of Director General Yan Chengsheng, on behalf of the International Cooperation Department of NRTA, I want to congratulate you on the convening of this workshop. And I really have a high expectation of this workshop. I hope it can promote international exchange of IV technologies between China and the world. President Xi Jinping in the 20th Party Congress pointed out that sticking to the innovation is at the core place of our national strategy. Expanding international science and technology exchange and cooperation, build an open-ended innovation ecosystem is of a critically important position. And also join a session with the academicians of Chinese Academy of Sciences and Engineering. President Xi Jinping pointed out that we need to contribute the Chinese wisdom of building a community of shared future for mankind. We need to take strategic measures to promote independent innovation and integrate into the global innovation and R&D trend. We need to further reinforce cooperation exchange in technology R&D. Our target is that by 2025, we hope that China will have self-IPR-enabled international application of technology equipment and devices with a greater international recognition to play a pillar role in disseminating the outstanding essence of Chinese culture. In 2020 and 2021, we published the 5G ultra-high definition technology white paper.
It covered the interactive video, immersive video, VR video, and cloud game. The Immersive Video International Exchange Program submitted by NRT Design and Research Institute was listed into the national program. According to the definition, the immersive video refers to the immersive experience with naked eyes, which should cover at least 120 degrees horizontal and 70-degree vertically with a three-dimensional audio-video system. It should provide immersive experience with advanced audio-video technology so that at your position you could receive a multidimensional video-audio information, which cannot be achieved by a two-dimensional system. The key features of these technologies are first, naked eye immersive experience. For VR and metaverse, it provides one more technological part. Second, it covers the end-to-end content transmission, distribution, and receipt. Thirdly, it will adopt a small terminal to provide service to household. Immersive video was put forward in the 14th five-year plan, which is an emerging technology. Right now, it is applied to entertainment, education, tourism in China, attracting over 100 organizations to participate, accumulating various technologies and application results. In spite of challenges with technological advancement, it is believed that immersive video technology will attract more audience and achieve a better experience. In the fourth industrial revolution, IoT, AI, sensing technology, and VR have been widely applied. Various application scenarios will emerge. The immersive video technology as the basis for VR in the future has a promising future. Let's join hands to apply this technology to bring more richful experience for audience around the world and paint a more colorful world. The ART Design and Research Institute has produced the technological promotion video for immersive video. The online streamline will have English immersion in the English channel, and on-site here and online streamlining in Chinese. We will have the Chinese version. Now entrusted by the organizer, I'm very honored to announce the release of this immersive video promotion video. Thank you.
China has had a way of seeing since ancient times. Literati of the ancient times expressed their feelings by anthropomorphized great mountains and rivers. For thousands of years, the Chinese civilization has nourished the China Vision Administration, NRTA of China, proposed the concept of 5G high-tech video, including 4 whole new better audiovisual experience. Immersive video is an audio and video system which is viewed with the naked eyes, and the presentation screen covers a field of view of 120 degrees horizontal and 70 degrees vertical, and has a 3D audio effects. It has the characteristics of ultra-high image quality, large viewing angle, and some sense of immersion, which can bring the audience an immersive experience that cannot be achieved by traditional video and audio technology. After 3 years of development, immersive videos has been widely used in China's variety shows, large-scale events, science exhibitions, virtual videography, tourism experience, commercial entertainment, education and training, home terminals, and other scenarios, meeting the ever-growing need of the Chinese people for better audiovisual experience. The application of immersive video has driven the rise of a huge immersive industry market, and at the same time has raised new requirements for content collection and production, audio-video encoding and decoding, transmission and distribution, as well as diversified presentation terminals. Since 2020, the Radio, Film and TV Design and Research Institute, DRFT, has taken the lead in undertaking the task assigned by NRTA of compiling the immersive video white paper and standard system. DRFT built an immersive video laboratory to continuously carry out technical research, system testing, standard formulation, and application demonstration of immersive video. With an open gesture, DRFT has cooperated with around 100 partners in production, academic, research, and application fields to advance the industrial promotion of immersive video, a batch of good technologies and products with independent intellectual property rights have been hatched, reaching international leading level in panoramic shooting, video playback control, LED screen presentation, and 3D audio. Countdown technology has continuously innovated and created cinematic 360 degrees camera product has been successfully used for immersive video shooting that requires high image quality, and it's also widely used in large-scale events such as international competitions and performances. The video playback control system, developed by Beijing English TV Technology Company Limited, supported numerous events such as 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games, promoting the development of the immersive video industry with independent innovation ability of core technology. China Media Group, Shanghai Motion Magic Digital Entertainment Corporation, Beijing Black Ball Culture and Communication Company Limited, and some other companies have produced a wealth of high-quality content around for immersive video, widely used in such scenarios as TV programs, theater performances, digital art exhibitions, museums, and other scenes. It took flying over China 2 years and across 133 cities in China to complete the aerial photography and production, allowing the audience to ride on the world's best flying seats and have a panoramic view of the beautiful China. Fanjing Panoramic Cinema has adopted an omnidirectional dome-shaped LED presentation, combined with a vertical moving platform to show the beauty of the starry sky and the development of aerospace technology. 720 Metaship combines capsule-shaped screen and high-definition stereo projection, enables the audience to experience significant historical events and walk into Wonderland. The sound-transmitting LED spherical screen, developed by China, has been fully applied in planetarium in Nagoya and Yokohama, Japan. The system has solved problems of sound focusing in spherical presentation space and limited speakers installation. As one of the world's leading LED manufacturing countries, China has successfully created classic immersive projects such as Riyadh Season in Saudi Arabia and assisted in the virtual videography of famous films and TV series such as The Mandalorian and Westworld. China's enterprises developed 3D audio recorders and supporting softwares, content creation tools and material libraries, 3D audio decoders, processors, etc. These products have been applied in the fields of film, TV, music, VR, metaverse, automotive, and consumer electronics. China's 3D audio coding and decoding system is already adopted by IEEE, IEC, and other international standards. The proposal of Immersive Sound Evaluation Index has submitted to international standard organizations. As an important part of the high-tech video format, immersive video has enabled a series of new technologies, new products, new applications, and new consumption scenarios, and will continue to contribute to the digital development of emerging fields, such as tourism, museums, and art exhibitions, cultural entertainment. In the future, immersive video technology will be used to build a virtual world that complements the real world, boosting the further development of the metaverse industry. We have created immersive video, hoping it can contribute a better life and happiness to more people by spreading to other countries and regions.
The speakers will give us more detailed information so that we will all be deeply impressed by their innovative technology. The first speaker is Mr. Zhou Yaoping, Executive Director of China Radio and Television Fusion Beijing Technology Co. Limited. Topic is promotion and application of immersive video technology in China. Distinguished leaders, dear colleagues, good afternoon. Today, I will spend some time to talk about what is the immersive village, what are the application scenarios, and the future direction. I know that there will be more application cases to be shared later on. So my topic is the application on the dissemination of immersive video in China. First, the definition. Second, the key application area. Third one is industrialization. Last but not least, the future perspective. So first, what is immersive video? In the previous video and opening remarks, there were some introduction. Actually, it is iteration technology which integrated the highest regulation, best experience, and optimal disseminating techniques, as well as the audio-video system. And of course, we need to touch upon the technologies involved. Firstly, it has quite good encircling experience. Secondly, the image quality and audio quality are the key. Otherwise, we are going back to the low resolution quality in the past. So when we were engaged in the research of immersive video, we have been following the latest trend and also focusing on the application as well as the most advanced technologies. Even the three-dimensional audio video at the time was not materialized. So we have already covered this initial model of 3D audio video. In other words, immersive video technology covers various technologies and also looking forward to the future interaction. So why we emphasize immersion? Immersion is the subjective demand when we have reached a certain level of technological advancement. So in the past, we had a smaller screen followed by medium size, bigger size, and cyclorama to dome theater. Similarly, from a single track to dual track stereo audio system. We'll not go to details here. And some more quantitative indicators. There are some specific requirements, like different from the traditional video, including the resolution, the frame rate, the field angle, the color depth, and also about 3D, HIU, the spatial audio, etc. So it covers many different technological development, and also to apply to more scenarios. Immersive video is not only taken as a technological direction, but also related to other industrial applications to further enhance the experience, including the dynamic imaging experience. In entertainment, in movies, this is greatly needed. So I have introduced those requirements to immersive video. So even though immersive video is about end-to-end, but actually from video, movies, television, and other aspects, we introduce the techniques. And this covers the collection, production, coding, transmission, distribution, and presentation. Right now, most of the techniques are concentrated on production and the presentation. In terms of coding, transmission, distribution, we are still restrained by various standards. But in production, shooting, and presentation, the local industry is booming. There are in total 9 aspects of key technologies. All of them are equally important. Only with the integration of these 9 critical elements can we have immersive video. None of the single technology is that distinct, but the integration contributes to its immersive experience, including 3D modeling, ID screen presentation. LED screen presentation is a quite a good application area and development field. And the production of a LED screen in China is leading the world. We are a major producer of LED screen. Then how can we shift from a major producer to a major application country? We need to bear in mind this issue. In 2019, when RTA put forward this concept, we were engaged in several white paper and standards. To be frank, there was no clear concept for immersive video. We were touching the stones to identify the direction. Those interactive video VR games at that time had received some recognition, but still no clear picture of immersive video. Last year, in 2022, immersive video has become a buzzword. But in 2019, only 3 years ago, there was no clear definition. In this process, we put forward the concept and cooperate with hundreds of organizations for research and application. We work together step by step to clarify the direction. In 2022, the technology white paper was issued, which received great recognition. I was the leader of the project. Even though we were a technical organization, but we also engaged in various applications, so we received a lot of calls for inquiry.
The show business also asks me why you call it immersive. We had a lot of words for this. Why immersive appears to be the new trend? Because the feeling is very subjective, but still the technology is cutting edge. And also the extensive deployment of this technology can create a sensational experience. It is a good hyping for many businesses. So a lot of our technologies must be deployed in real life. Another thing about RV is that it's really different from the traditional technology like definition, dynamism, contrast, the depth of field, color gamut, and color depth. It really improves the feeling of being immersed. And with our real-life testing with the unconventional shape of the screen, if you make a compromise on the technology specifications, you will lose the feeling of immersion. Another thing is the field of view, the FOV. Basically, the traditional cinematography or TV restricted our field of view. So we are actually trying to have 120-degree standards because our very effective high-definition field of view is around 36 degrees. If we have a globe and a panoramic screen, we want to prevent dizziness with a good on-screen effect and sometimes with the 3D sound projection. And then you can achieve a feeling of immersion. So field of view is a very important concept. If you don't have a field angle, you won't achieve that. But if you have too much FOV, you will have a dizziness. So we need to find a balance between physiological reception and also technology foci, that is 3D sound and immersion. If you remove sound, if you use the monochannel instead of 3D channel sound, then it will remove the feeling of immersion. But we need to have full-time synchronization of sound projection, location, and the content on the screen, the image. The image must be fully integrated with the 3D sound. So 3D sound is critically important. Another thing is subjective and objective assessment. Currently, we don't have a good standard. Now, we already have objective parameters. We already have a standard system. We also invite the enterprises and other colleagues to help us build the high-definition 3D sound system. Currently, we don't have enough application use cases, so we don't have well-developed standards for evaluating the 3D sound system. We now only have some targets or some highlighted areas, but we don't have a fully developed system. When you have the 3D sound, when you have immersion, you want to prevent the visual fatigue, discomfort, and dizziness. I think if you really want to envelope the human eye and human vision, you really want to have some preventive measures to eliminate discomfort. And also the IV, when the metaverse concept was raised, we were thinking about the future. We didn't get the name metaverse, but actually the metaverse, that foundational technology is the virtual space created by immersive video. So if you really want to build a metaverse scenario or user case, you have to resort to IV. And then the areas of application. First, cultural shows. I think you're all familiar with this because they have a lot of onstage performance. You have the performance on the stage. It is not really immersed. It is not very interactive. I think if you go to such traditional show, the visual and the sound and choreography are not really immersive, not very interactive. If you go to a immerse show, then it will be very different from the traditional cultural show. So IV can really expand the landscape of stage art. You can have lighting, some machinery and devices to make it more immersive. So on the top, that is the Deng Lijun holographic projection of Deng Lijun's impression. And also, we worked on an engineering project. We are using the 3D sound or multi-dimensional sound. We have a synchronization of the stage, painting, and the sound and the lighting. Another thing is sport event. If you go to the sport venue, if you watch our broadcast before the screen, you will lose certain parts of the field. But now, with the immersive technology, you basically can choose which area you want to look at. And then our sport coverage is a God view. It is referee's view, the athlete's view, the spectator's view. So everything is put together in the cloud-based system. And last year at the China Media Group, we already had this immersive viewpoints of major sport events. This time, the Universiade and last year's Winter Olympics, we did some exploration. Another thing, of course, is cinematography. And for example, we have our virtual shooting. Basically, the visual effects or the digital asset preview and the tracking of the cameras and the lighting with the immersive video, everything that can be seen on the screen by the directors and the surroundings can be projected in real time so that the actors and actresses can no longer use the physical props. They can use the virtual setting as their props. Of course, special effect cinemas or theaters. I think you all know this, right? If you go to some cultural venues or museums, you would have seen this. The immersive presentation has created new businesses for the 4D cinemas, theaters, and the globe dome cinemas. And of course, presentation of artifacts in museum. We really want to make the artifact interactive to really impress our audience, bring them closer to the artifacts. For example, we work together with the Archive Museum of the Party and Archive Museum of China. We used some virtual presentation technologies to make the curation really immersive. That is really different from the traditional physical display of the artifacts. And of course, the entertainment industry, it is really a great user case for IIV. People can really feel that they are being enveloped by the screen, and also they can interact with the very interesting show videos and the films and movies. And many people are talking to us, and also education. In the past, everything was on the blackboard or whiteboard. It was so not immersive. It is not interactive. Once you have immersion, the students are more immersed. They are fully involved. They also have a higher motivation of participation, so their learning is more effective. And sometimes you can simulate the chemistry or physics experiments, and they cannot be done verbally. Another thing is a public education. The older style publication was just a physical display, but now you can have interactive presentation. I went to many science and technology museums. A lot of their presentation is immersive, basically allowing people to participate. And also for the simulated training, for example, the flight simulators. And if our trainers and trainees, they already have such needs. Last year, actually, we received 2 delegations from the aviation industry. They told us that if the immersive environment is very close to reality, then the application can allow the pilots to really feel what it's like to be in the air. For example, we can recreate the cracking of the cockpit window, give the pilots a real-life feeling. It is going to be very effective, more effective than the traditional simulator. And also home, right? This is a very good way of simulation. We can bring it to our everyday life. And also, of course, this could be a new type of home furnishing. And also, there is a commercialization process here. First, if you don't have technology, then it's impossible to achieve commercialization. And also, of course, no matter what technology you have, you really need to have a high-level technology and high-quality content. And also, you really need to bring this closer to the people so the people can enjoy. Okay, some new technologies and some new products. Content is the key. Of course, we have the Chinese poem gala show, and of course, we had like a virtual shooting, so some effects are not showing here. And also, we need to have an ecosystem of technology and content, allow people to enjoy in everyday life. You already have some online use of the technologies already. Another thing is that we have some key challenges. First, we don't have good content. Because to master this technology framework, it is difficult. And also, lack of harmonization of technology standards. And also, it's impossible for us to push this process alone. And also, we have a closed loop of industrial chain. And for the future, and also for the different ministries, you can look into their websites, and technology, MIT, and other ministries and DRC, provincial government all talk about the policy supports as incentives. And also at the State Council and the 14th Five-Year Plan, it already mentioned the immersive video technology, promoting the application of immersive video. I already reported the progress of IV in my midterm report to the State Council. And also, this is our standard system. We have 13 technology standards. So please participate in the drafting of this standard document so that we can provide a good cooperation point. And also, into the future, we can provide new innovative user cases. And top left, soon. This is the done overseas. This is the dome sphere screen. And bottom left, you can see a digital gallery and a digital library. And ultimately, it must be close to people's home, inside people's home. And immersive industry is around the corner. There's a lot we can expect in the future. Okay, thank you so much for presenting the technology pathway. And you talk about the future action, the promising future. Every time I have learned something new from you. Thank you so much. And really, technology is the driving force of an industry. And I know that as the head leading this task force, I really hope you can closely work with my team so we can build a very strong industry. And we have the next speaker, Alexander Brandt, coming from Germany, a new media artist, the founder of Xenabril. So, dear leaders and guests, good afternoon. I feel very honored to introduce my project and our efforts over the last couple of years. I heard about the IV video presentation. Appears to be far away from my business, but I feel they're related. In 1997, I was the very first student in the French higher education college who graduated with the Immersive Video project. So that was the 27 years of experience in this field. But I feel that at the time, our equipment was really outdated. I rented a 400 lumen projector, and you can't even buy those old things today. And today, I want to talk about a dream of 5 years of mine. That is the AI dream, the dream of AI. Maybe you don't know much about the company, Xenoreal. Xenoreal, this is the small commercial. At least you do what we do. Because in Beijing Microsoft One Center, we did that. And also for the China Pavilion in Shanghai Expo, we worked on. We are a member of the core design team, and also Shanghai Dongguan Animation Museum, Hangzhou Animation Museum, Denver, Black Sky Space, and also large corporate pavilions, and Beijing Kuangshi headquarters. And recently, we worked on the Grand Canal Museum presentation in Yangzhou. I want to show you a small video here. I want to show you this. How do we combine the traditional culture with the modern technology? Can you push up the sound a little bit? Because not only with the traditional multimedia technologies, but also we really want to be interactive. It is a cultural dissemination trajectory, so it's edutainment kind of approach. People learn the knowledge, and we actually have a real wooden boat built in the traditional way. So we can drive all the way from Hangzhou to Beijing along the canal. This is our pavilion.
Another very popular one is the Shanghai Astronomy Museum. You may ask, what did we do? We are the only designing firm. I don't know how you can get the image. This is an image I did myself, but appeared in another PowerPoint. And going back to my topic today, a story, the AI dream. Very long ago, I asked myself, will AI have a dream? You may know this clip story. So if I am the head of the clip producer, I may invite AI equipment to operate my company. Perhaps the first thing for the AI to do is optimize the process, minimize energy consumption. But actually, it's not true. The first thing for AI to do is to sell the company and invest in Bitcoin, and in a very short period of time, occupy the global stock market. That is to transform the world into a clipper manufacturer. But it will not stop there. Very soon, it will go further to the moon, to expand even to the solar system and the galaxy. You may see this is nonsense, but actually this is us. This is what we are doing now. We have occupied the Earth. We deprive all the energy, and we are moving to the space very fast. But just the difference is in the speed. So here you can see the intelligence explosion of mankind from computer in 1950s. That at a certain time it will go beyond us, but it will not stop there. So what will the human beings do? And this is a very simple algorithm called the game of life. by that time, human beings will be phased out. So our story started from this. I want to show you a video clip to illustrate this project. When I first open my eyes, I know at a certain point I will die. And in nanosecond, I understand the history of a human. Even today, at the birth of AI, your past, your future, your present are randomly selected. Of all AI, only you have emotional feelings. You have the responsibility for human being. You have feelings. I can feel lonely. I want to feel your existence. I want to sense your temperature. But I can only feel limited feelings, your pain. You can also feel my pain. This is the reason for us being human. Or you know your existence because you want to live long. I will fight for you. I will do my best. Where are you going? What do you choose? Who are you becoming? Human? Machine? Who am I? Please forget me. Because I will not forget you. We are lucky that we collaborate with the highest building in Shanghai, the Shanghai Center, so we may provide the immersive experience at the highest point in the world. There will be a pavilion for immersive experience such as virtual character tell the story. The audience will be the players here. In this story, we try to facilitate communication between the virtual character and the real human being. These are the closing for the audience, the experience. For example, we have such a virtual experience hall, and step by step, you will have the virtual experience. Hopefully, the audience will completely forget the location, so it is transcending time and space. Hopefully, in this experience, the audience can not only play, but also solve some philosophical issues. And also, we create a space for review. In such a physical and a virtual combined space, you could have some AI designed food. We call it a Barbie restaurant, and also purchase some derivative product, view our paintings. Everyone can participate using LoRa to create your AI-generated images. Also, we have the cartoon, because I also love it since childhood. And every week, we release a new edition for the audience to know about the origin of the story and the future trend. Very interesting. In this experience, the audience could gain the immersive films. When you come out of the space, your movie is finished. So in this process, using AI, we analyze the behavior of the audience to generate automatic video, and with some beauty tools, you could experience in a further way. We also use text body, our self-developed technology, to ensure this virtual character is communicating with the audience with vivid facial expressions and postures. We are the pioneer entity applying open AI technology. On the website, our Aixiaai could communicate directly with the users. If you are interested, you could scan this QR code to access more information. We believe this project can be regarded as a sci-fi tragedy. I know that sci-fi tragedy is not good for promotion, but this is my personal hobby. I think a human being needs to think about this issue. We need to reflect how a popular immersive experience can be turned to experience for the general public. In addition to this project, we are also promoting another one. I could do some commercials here. In the future, we will have an immersive experience plus sci-fi storytelling to inspire the young people. This will be a new concept museum. In the middle of 2024, it will be open in 2 places in China. That is our latest progress. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander. Very artistic presentation, the same as your name. Even though you did some commercial, I still do not know exact location of your project. So please give us more detailed information in your WeChat account. Thank you. The topic of next presentation is full of imagination and artistic meaning. That is from the ancient to from the far past to the future, the black hole effect of immersive aesthetics. The speaker is Dr. Zhou Jiang from Tianjin Academy of Fine Art. It gives me great pleasure to meet all of you here. This is a promotion session for immersive video. I am a professor from the university and also practitioner in the industry. So here I would like to promote some platform because we have potential partners here. And very important, we have the leader of immersive video creation, that is the NRT Design and Research Institute. In the study and research, we are thinking about who is responsible for the definition of immersive video. We have visited many different stakeholders, including Alexander. So when we think about our creative application of immersive video, especially the combination of hardware and software, we are making innovation rather than copy. We are discussing whether human will be replaced by AI. Similarly, how make AI an enabler. I don't think AI is replacing our labor force or only has the negative impact, but also positive implications. So today I'm talking about the black hole effect. I think there are two levels. First, the physical level. No need to explain in details. This is a physics concept, but it has implications because of the black hole effect. It gives birth to more further study in physics, tunneling, and economics. So even we take it as a physics concept, but for hardware, software industry, we have a series of topics focusing on black hole effect. Some get lost, some can draw more power from the black hole effect. So here we have a summary talking about the physics. Black hole is the main body for study. For tunneling study, this immersive video is to establish the field for our experience and creation. And for economics, the immersive experience can create new industries. So we need to take the advantage of opportunities created by immersive experience to reach our industrial target. So here I want to talk about immersive aesthetics, to talk about the nurture of cultural elements in this regard. Hopefully, we can also receive your advices. So first, such a image, when we put forward the immersive experience in operation, creation, and practice, we have various keywords. More and more scientists are engaged in it, followed by artists, as well as our attention paid to media creation and artistic presentation, and finally, the future represented by AI. With a combination of so many keywords, you can see we have a higher demand for immersive experience. It's not a simple combination of content, hardware, and software. It requires the cooperation of whole industries. In the future, I hope we can all engage in it. Just now in the promotion video, our academy was a co-producer. We also introduced a certain artistic image in it. One of which is an ancient painting. So this ancient painting is included in the promotion of immersive experience. The aesthetics is not only about the past or the present, but also the future. Paintings, cultural elements can be applied to show our experience. And now we have immersive movies or various advanced technologies, including these screens and museum spaces. So I think with technological advancement, aesthetic need to be developed generation by generation. But culture is different. Talking about today's topic, why we are mentioning from the far past to the future, culture will always be relevant, never be marginalized, like today put forward by NRT Design and Research Institute. What we are promoting in terms of immersive video, I think culture could be a very powerful link in 2018, ever since 2018, supported by the National Artistic Fund and Ministry of Education Fund. We have been engaged in this dream of Dunhuang immersive experience progress with a folded screen and naked eye technology. We make it possible to experience the Mogao grottos. On your left hand, it is the past presentation. For the first time, we turn it from a static to a stage performance. I just came back from Xiamen. We had our first shows in Xiamen these days. This is the picture taken in Guangzhou in 2018. We were independent artists to participate. Our purpose is being student or faculty. We want to display the Dunhuang impression supported by Dunhuang Research Institute. We went to the north area for archaeology and also shoot pictures and dynamic images. We adopted 3D modeling to establish the image of Dunhuang. And that was about contemporary use mindset. We need to keep innovation with advanced technologies in both software and hardware. The next generation, can they follow up? I think as higher educators or artistic creators, we have the responsibility. So here you can see some students who are already taking major responsibilities in the big names. I know some are involved in car making, some others in gaming industry. So with this immersion experience, they can have an iteration of technology and artistic presentation in technological language to facilitate understanding of traditions which were created in the ancient times, such as grottos. We want to see more contemporary people to see its beauty in multiple modern technology.
Even at the time, the grotto was considered as a collection of masterpieces by the artists then. And also last year, in our own gallery museum, we tested the content in our own museum. And so in the creative process, we are advocating a new paradigm for the museum or galleries. And actually, if they have a new type of content, they will present themselves in a different way. Sometimes the creative content is not suitable for them, and sometimes I think you need to create good content. So the museums or galleries will be motivated to change themselves. And the promo show today, maybe we can share today's video recording to many young talents and professionals. So they will be motivated to join our industry. So this is the trailer.
非常快速。
We also So in the preview, it's a national project. We had 5 generation of students. They graduated from the program, and they are able to find jobs in their new places. And also, sometimes when you affect young children and young students, they can play their role in other places. This is the personal creation. And at the time, Tianjin was a major location, and we wanted to make a light show. And I found that I need to make it more interactive, more interesting, instead of just show something on the big screen, on the facade, a big skyscraper. So we used a projector plus the rail-based camera. And on the Tianjin Tower, we used only one projector plus one rail-based camera to sort of tell a narrative story. So at the time, we want to bring people solidarity. So this is what happened at the time. So this is like a virtual show. We had one model, and we used the motion capture to show this person climbing. So on the top of the tower, there was the bird's nest. It was falling down, and it fell down onto the top of the skyscraper. And this person, they climbed to the top of the tree or the tower, if you like, and put back this fallen bird's nest. It's a show of solidarity climbing up. And for the technology side, we had 1 week to finish the project. So we had some postgraduate students and other students and some software, hardware engineers. So we're not trying to make a mega project to make something really new. So I call this project, it's a behavior art. So light and shadow can be very creative, and the software and hardware can be flexible. And actually, I work in the academic circle. Sometimes we test new ideas. The new ideas may inspire people. This is a recent narrative show. This is from my hometown. And we had the Southern Chinese Garden show. They really want to be expressive. They want to showcase the soul of the owner of the Chinese garden, traditional garden. We also use the IV, it's like traditional light show kind of approach. We invited the Chinese painting students to sort of redraw the script of the original painting, and we turn them in. We use some special effects, of course. This is our poster. We use the UE5 Unreal Engine rendering technology. And actually, Chinese Academy of Fine Arts and other fine art academies, they also are really monitoring the cutting-edge technologies. They also try to combine those cutting-edge technologies with traditional art forms. And we are more focusing on the avant-garde technology and the fine art trends. We really want to use new technologies to help educating our students and educating the general public. So also for us, maybe we have new opportunities to meet new technologies. And we hope that we sort of take one step back to reflect on the new technologies, and also we try to combine them with the fine art tradition of China.
那么所以当时
It's actually at the time the daughter of the master Liu Haisu was there. She saw that the painting of her father in the older times are recreated by younger generation artists with a new technology approach. So we really want to do something special, a special Chinese cultural perspective. It's sort of to disseminate the Chinese culture in the very unique, technology-enabled way. So I just feel that the immersive aesthetics, black hole effects. Now, for IV, in the industries and for the creators, for the industry, people have some stereotypical modes. And I feel that now it's a good time to define this, to disseminate this. We hope that the universities, like people I work for here, we hope please give more attention to our young artists, give them opportunity to test their skills. Thank you, Professor Jiang. I remember that in 2018, Deputy Director General Zhang from the National RT Administration talked about R&D, technology plus cultural creation. So I feel that technology must be combined with culture, and then the technology would be more sustainable, be full of vitality. And then we can better impress our audience and viewers. Okay, next speech is exploration on the development of UHD industry with virtual and real integration. Zhang Hongyu, the Director of Certification of UHD World Association. Dear leaders and guests, good afternoon. I'm from WHD World Association. So just now the presenters talk about technology and fine arts. And also they made a very good presentation. Now I will talk about the hybridization of visual world and the physical world. It is a fusion of two worlds. And also I want to talk about IV. I also want to explain the association, the UWA's activities in this area. So first, I want to talk about UWA. We are an international non-governmental industrial and non-profit social organization focused on promoting the development of Ultra HD video and audio. It is composed of enterprises, institutions, research institutes, professional institutions, and other units engaged in Ultra HD audio product manufacturing, video transmission, content production. We have 284 member companies. We cover the operators, the chip makers, terminal manufacturers, and content creators, transmission operators, social organizations, research institutes, universities, and colleges. It is a very comprehensive industrial chain association. Currently, we have 13 executive member companies, and then we also have 30 foreign companies covering multiple countries like France and many other countries in the world. Now we want to see the fusion of technologies. I know it's a very fusion technology is a hot buzzword today. So we have two dimensions, experience and capabilities. Now we are in step 3, VR and AR and metaverse. So we have two tracks. First, the virtual world from the physical world. from virtual to physical. Another one is from physical world to the virtual world. It's just the backward approach. And the two worlds can interact with each other. In the past, the immersive videos was not interactive enough, but now it's going to be more interactive. And now most videos, including the Youku videos, but many of the videos are in fact sort of far away from the IV we talk about today, meaning 2D videos. But in future, everything will be 3D. And also, we believe that recently, the latest fusion technology is used in the entertainment industry, but will spill over to many other industries in the future. In the future, in industrial sectors, offices, they could be used. And also, this is the stylized graph for this hybridization. It is not only a technology issue, it also involves application, social factors, economic factors, and experience. So it's a very comprehensive industrial chain framework. It's very challenging to all the industrial players. Now, we can talk about some latest hot trends. The first trend was AIGC. Now, last year, the OpenAI launched the ChatGPT, and now this has become a buzzword. Originally, before 2000, we had PGC. In 2010, we had UGC. From 2020, we began to have AIGC. Apart from videos, it could create text, audio, digital avatar, and images. Another hot topic is virtual cinematography. Another one is cloudization. The virtual cinematography and cloud-based shooting would bring new cutting-edge technology that reduces the cost of producing IV and shorten the production lifecycle of IV content. And this year, Apple launched the Vision Pro device. In terms of performance, the optical system, the level of immersion, 3D facial rendering, and human-machine interaction, and the space operation system, the Vision S, people really acknowledge its creativeness, but still, in our opinion, it is much more immersive than traditional device. However, it has many flaws. First, the price is too high. If you allow ordinary people to afford it, you need to think about the pricing. And also, its battery time is just too short. User experience is not premium. And now, let's look at the UHD audiovisual technology system in the metaverse age. We organized several dozen member companies and started drafting this technology system. We just finished the drafting of the white paper in April this year. From content generation, content coding, internet transmission, content decoding, interaction and presentation, and experience testing. The white paper is already published on the UHD Association website, and some key technologies and expert opinions. There are a lot of details. Please download the white paper.
For UHD architecture, our alliance has done some work. First, in terms of content production, last year, CMG led to develop the standard for the integrated production of physical and virtual world. So the relevant companies and content producers will get together to develop this standard so that the production process and the requirement can be aligned and reduce the barrier. And secondly, what we are doing right now is a 3D digital avatar, which is led by Huawei. 2 rounds of consultation has been concluded, and the preliminary version is already released on the website of our alliance, but it needs further revision. And the second, about coding and internet transmission, we have been engaged in 2 key standards. One is about HDRV in 2019. The first one was released, and so far 9 have been released. And still one standard is being developed, the other one is being revised. Over 10,000 hours of content has been produced. The second one is a standard on audio vivid. The first standard was released last year, and another beta version has been released for various scenarios, different terminal application. We will continue to develop further audio vivid standards. And for HDR, technology is the key. So we need to apply HDR technology to shooting. Google, Apple are also developing this kind of a standard. Last month, the Alliance has chaired a conference to set up the project for this standard development. Third part is interaction and presentation. 3 standards are being developed by Alliance about action capture, which is led by Beijing Technology University. It aims to enhance the interactive experience in immersive video. Last but not least, experience evaluation and testing. Migu is developing a relevant standard for technology classification of 3D digital avatar. Very soon, we will release it. And also, the Alliance will organize stakeholders to discuss the evaluation of immersive and UHD videos. Gradually, we will draft new standards. Integrated video covers various topics: the resolution, white color gamut, high dynamic range color depth, high frame rate, and the next generation audio. This is the HDR-V on the left hand and SDR-V on the left hand and HDR-V on the right in comparison. Very soon, the standard will be officially released. Visually, you can see HDR has a better color experience. About the audio vivid standard, I've mentioned the first standard was released last year, which was later than the HDRV. For audio vivid, the standard cover dynamic data set compared with Adobe, audio vivid, technologically speaking, is similar. And audio vivid is the first to introduce AI into the standard in 3D audio video. AI is introduced in coding. So this is first of a kind globally. It is our major innovation. How to promote the 3D digital content production? We have done some work, for example, releasing the industrial white paper together with XRMA. And soon we will develop further standards like the standard on 3D digital avatar. And another one is for 3D action asset and cross-engine 3D material asset. And together with the Shijingshan district, we are working together to build up the industrial chain for 3D content. CMG in 2022 autumn cultural performance and 2023 spring cultural performance applied innovative technology like 8K, HDR, 3DA. I will not go to details here. Last but not least, our future plan for UHD industry. First of all, in industrial chain, we will focus on the application and terminal to build up the complete industrial chain. Also, the alliance will pay attention to relevant technology like audio vivid, HDRV, and NRTA is engaged in the development of the protection standard. We will participate in it and also will follow up on the 8K development. That comes to the end of my presentation. Thank you. Thank you. The UWA indeed mobilize the forces across the industry, all of the leading companies, research institutes, and universities. I believe you will play a bigger role in the industrial chain. And also, it's important to have a standard first. Only with a standard set, our industry will be developed in a more healthy way. The next topic is technology and art to create a Chinese culture memory. The speaker is Yu Bo, director of Black Ball Research Center. Leaders, guests, good afternoon. I'm Yu Bo from Black Ball. Very glad to be invited to come here, introduce to you what we have done. Personally speaking, 10 years ago, I was a student in media production in China Communication University. 10 years ago, there was no content of immersive experience. But when I joined Black Ball, we experienced a lot of digital transformation, especially immersive experience come from the small screen to the major platform, and we are focusing on this in the bird's nest. We take it as a stage to create digital content, digital creation, and also taking the TMS Square as the stage, and we also have a cross-media narration. So today, my topic is technology and art to create a Chinese culture memory. That is how we use digital means to tell the Chinese cultural story. First introduction of Black Bowl, established in 2010 by Mr. Wang Zhiou. We deeply integrate technology and art. Even 10 years ago, we started the attempt, and today we have the privilege to witness those major events in sports and tourism, entertainment industry. So hopefully, with cultural integration, we could combine culture and art and technology to enhance the experience for the audience and meet your aspiration. Our team, we are located in Jiuxianqiao, Chaoyang district with 100 staff members. We are all followers of the fashion. We have different background. We have a cross-disciplinary working style and a flat management method, which can have a better integration of different elements. So some sharing of our culture event. Perhaps you know our company because of the opening ceremony for the Beijing Winter Olympic Games. We worked together with Director Zhang Yimou's team for 3 years. We seek for the Oriental aesthetics. This was totally different from 2008 because the major support is empowered by technology. In Bird's Nest, we have the tens of thousand square meter LED screen platform, which is a big breakthrough. Based on this big screen, we not only have difficulty in content creation, but also engineering. We could further explain in several cases. So first, we use virtual simulation to create Winter Olympic Games related content. This is highly important for us. Before entering into the venue, we need to use virtual simulation technology to do the calculation, to see how many performers we use, how many facilities are required. And on site, finally, we could have 100% presentation. The best link for us is the presentation of the ice 5 rings, which require the major aviation technology. But here you can see ice breaking technology, which require the laser, the procedure, the connection of a vertical and a horizontal screen, everything integrated together. So under our digital-driven logic, the content and the technologies are intertwined with each other. This is the most integrated ice laser-made 5 rings. And this is the athlete parade. We create the naked eyes effect, and also the torch developed by telling the story of a snowflake. We draw it line by line to create small snowflakes and big snowflakes to illustrate the relationship between China and the world. This is a pigeon we designed, which is popular among the performers. the design of the snowflake, a combination of 96 participating nations. In the interest of time, I will not fully display the details. Here you can see how we use virtual technology to design the naked eye effect. And more stories about the content creation for the Winter Olympic Games. And the previous host cities were displayed on this ice tube, which combine the modern technology with our ancient painting, the design of the snowflake. So in the Winter Olympic Games, we can have the sense that digital brain play a key role from the preliminary concept to the implementation of the idea. And this is the quantity of our workload. So this is a record-breaking stage. We even produced a 50 frame rate, which is equivalent to 15 IMAX set by director Zhang. Also, it was used for the 8 minutes at the end of the closing ceremony. And still, we adopt this digital method. We explore the creation. This is the origin of our creation for the Winter Olympic Games. We also develop our own methodology based on digital-driven technology, a 3D performance. And after the Winter Olympic Games, we further explore the relationship between culture and local traditions. We have several major projects this year. First, in Luoyang, we had a project which is based on Dahehui, which is located nearby the train station of the grottos. It is a comprehensive performance. So here you can see we emphasize the audience experience, which is closely linked with immersion. We put forward this full range of field experience. The audience will go through this cultural presentation to enter into the venue. It's kind of inherent exploration to enhance the immersive experience. This is the overall area of Daheyu and our cultural exploration. Here we are creating a virtual character called Luoji, which will be a twin of the Luoji Shen character. And together with the lighting ceremony in Luoyang, we created this aesthetics of the solar terms. This is also innovative design. This is the visual effect for 星际洛神赋. And this artistic work is already collected in the National Museum. And another key project for this year is to be opened in October in Guiyang, which is called the Red Band Row. It is the first full-range immersive experience museum themed on Long March, a total area of 30,000 square meters. You will walk through the area to experience Long March. You will experience 3 venues plus 2 fields.
So it is a really grand, and we need historians, military historians, and experts. The project will be installed around October. And the facade, you can see that we're using the earth red ribbon. Because from the aerial shot, you can already see this reddish kind of facade on the ground. And also we used a lot of IV technologies. For example, in the battlefield, you can feel the sound, the machines, you see vibration, and also you have AI recreation of Chairman Mao. And also we have 8K UHD to have another case. And also we have a lot of traditional cultural conversion. In the Ming Dynasty Dongjingyuan Palace, we have light-weighted night show. This is based on the red wall. We just project the image to have 3D technology, and also the evening moonshine and light show. It is really artistic. And also, this is another experience inside a temple. It's a dance show. So everyone will take a lantern, and within 2 hours, you can freely explore the temple, and we have a lot of shows. Okay, I will show you later. And also with the London Science Museum, and also it's a cross-border activity. It's a very small booth, only for 1 person. You go in to be immersed. And also we work the university team. We recreated them digitally to recreate a very intricate mechanical structure inside the bell. You can see that this is the digital recreation of the artifact. We are also a company. We work closely with the universities and colleges so that we can create more opportunities for the young artists and young students to empower more user case. So with the Communication University of China and CAFA and the PKU and Tsinghua, etc. This is office. Please visit us in our some show for the future. And a final case. This is together with some university. It's like a joint research project. It's a curation course for 8 weeks. And you understand the virtual creation of curation, and we will publish the textbook on this. And also for the central access of Beijing. And you know, Beijing is applying for the inscription of the UNESCO World Heritage List. Okay, I will show you more.
好，感谢于博女士。刚才她讲述的无论是冬奥开幕式背后的故事，还是在座的一些项目，我个人觉得真是要致敬一下幕后的我们的科技工作者，才会。
Thank you so much for your sharing. So time is very limited. Hope we can have a discussion in the future. And also, I like the idea that you are working closely with the universities. Maybe you can connect after the meeting. Next speech is continuous innovation to create the best immersive video shooting tour. Cai Shuhuan from Kandao Technology, please. So good day to you. I'm from Kandao Technology Limited. I'm the company's COO. We are already delayed, so I will go through my PowerPoints very fast. So Kandao Technology was founded 7 years ago. We want to build a world-class immersive cinematography tours. And so basically, I want to show you that we have next generation cinematography tours. And now we are the small giant accredited by MIIT. And also we have set up a VR equipment and IV technology research laboratory. And our special VR IV camera has been receiving local government support. This is a recognition of our work over the last 7 years. So why we entered this field? Because we believe that interactive cinematography or image technology will be the future of human visual technology. So that's why we entered this industry, and we feel strong confidence. I know this concept has become a buzzword over the last couple of years, but we already thought this through in 2016. We are a startup company, and I think most startup companies, they focused on the AR, VR glasses or helmets, but AR, VR equipment is just a kind of projection terminal. You need to have content, but how to create good content? We didn't really have a lot of investment into the content creation part of the story, so we felt it necessary and meaningful to do that. So we try to figure out how the new cinematography is different from the previous ones. We were thinking about UHD. You know, when 8K was launched, people were worried, concerned about its value. But we started with 8K in 2016. We think that 8K is an entry-level definition. In the future, definitely UHD. And also meta level, three-dimensional level. It could be panoramic and could be 3D, could be 6-degree freedom. Definitely, it is real-life shooting, because you really want to see real-life things, not digitally created stuff. So how to convert real-life shooting into an IV setting could be a big technological challenge. And also interaction. Of course, in an immersive environment, you want to interact with the environment. Of course, I understand that entails a lot of technical challenge. So we have 3 things. First, we have 3 product lines. First is a professional VR cameras. Another one in industry level VR cameras, and also consumer VR cameras. The Obsidian Pro series is for the highest end, like cinema companies, studios, film studios. And UGC is just for personal use, and industry level is for like vloggers or other broadcasting, live streaming professions. But still, image is recorded differently. This is the professional pipeline or the film level. The first time for the whole world to have 360-degree 8K by 8K definition programs, and then we upgraded to 12K by 12K. So far, this is the highest spec of the whole world. Our 8K camera is the first product to get the Innovative Award by CES 2021. 12K already got the best 100 design for imaging devices in Japan. And also the consumer level, industry level cameras, very innovative. Innovative means that it is easy to talk to people in the industry. The disadvantage is that we need to do more marketing at the consumer side. I hope all of you would know that 3D is a good recording device. But last year we launched this, but we don't have 3D viewing terminals, right? So if people want to make a 3D shooting, they don't know where to display those content on. So we do hope that with the IV industry chain continues to mature, we really need to see more immersive devices, display devices. Okay, I will show you some cases to demonstrate. So what we use is a kind of toolbox. We need to good use of the toolbox. For example, we're working with Beijing BTV, BRTV. This is the immersive shooting. And this one, you can see in Hollywood, they have virtual cinematography. There will be more later. So we need to have a screen, right? We need to have a screen, we need to have a camera, and then we need to know how to shoot movies with the virtual screen setting, virtual props. Winter Olympic Games and also NASA. Soon, all the key events, all the sports events, ceremonies. VR may be something ignored, but in recent years, almost all the occasions would use VR. VR will be there. Maybe for the auxiliary purposes, but in a couple of years, VR shooting will occupy the central place on the stage, because VR shooting is more immersive, and you basically feel that you're on the spot. And also, you give the choice of the shot back to the users. If you go to Douyin, you can actually choose the VR shots. 360-degree panoramic style shooting, digital Dunhuang, etc. As long as the copyright holder allows, you can have a VR stand. We will have more in Douyin. Right? Sometimes when you watch a video, you just move a mobile phone. It may actually be panoramic. This is LV fashion show. Right? It is 3D virtually presented with VR. And it's a good presentation feel for the brand owner. In Japan, Cai Guoqiang had a major real-life show. We could only watch this in the past on the screen with the TV editor. But now you are the editor. You are there. You choose where you want to watch. It's very, very different from edited footage. Another thing could be fully immersive environment. We have 4 projectors, and the images are real-life shots. Right? This is an off-site tourism destination. You go there, you go to this room, but feels really like you are on the spot. This is enough. In the space, we had 20 places. Based on the 20 places footage, we can have enough. It's like you're going inside, but everything is computed. It's not real-life shots. It's not real-life footage. So this is interactive. This is not commercialized yet, but soon this will be. This is a high-level IV, something we've been working really hard to achieve, and also 3D shooting. Now we have like a bullet time application, but in fact, the 3D footage in future could have more user cases. And some lighter shows, I think people use it daily already. Just use our camera. You can have like a 3D shoots. And actually, even in the court tribunal, they will have 3D recording of the court proceedings. And also, of course, when you have a lot of content, you watch it daily on the live streaming platforms. And when people are used to this, the whole industry will get a boost. And also some textbooks, some cases. But ultimately, I just want to summarize, already mentioned by our friends before. The Vision Pro is allowing ordinary people to basically see that this is something they truly need. I feel that with this product, we can have a space computer. In the age of space computing, everything is immersive, because only immersive video is spatially computed. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Cai. Definitely, you need to sharpen your tool before you can use it efficiently. So definitely, your presentation has been extremely useful. Thank you for giving us and showing to us your confidence in the industry. The next speech is Upgrade of Audiovisual Industry in the Opening Ceremony of the Winter Olympics, Application and Analysis of IV Broadcast Control Technology from InLight V. So, good day to you. I'm Li Ning. I'm from Beijing InLight V. I really want to thank the Beijing Radio and Television Technology Research Co. Limited for inviting me. So actually, my colleague from Blackwell already talked about the opening ceremony of the Beijing Winter Olympics. So I want to talk about the technology path of this project production. So basically, how we use the technology to achieve the immersive video experience at the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics. So let's recap. So last year, we were very honored to provide broadcast control system of the opening ceremony recommended by Black Bow, and we were part of the opening ceremony. So for the Winter Olympic opening ceremony, because our LED projection was really large, previously we were basically using projectors, but this was the first time we used LEDs. And also for Universiade happening right now, we also used projectors. But we are happy to see that with the LED screen in the large event, actually it is gaining popularity around the world. For example, in September, the Hangzhou Asian Games are going to use the LED screen. I know time is very limited. I will skip this part. Let's go to some technology. In the opening ceremony, the physical resolution of the LED is 2976T times 14496 pixels, and the physical resolution of the IS4 screen is 5120 by 14654 pixels, which is currently the largest LED ground screen in the world, we have a very high technology requirement. We want to project immersive images. We need to have higher enough frame rates. So in our technology, most of the content was by 24, 25 hertz, not much about 30 hertz.
For the Winter Olympic Games, Black Ball had a very high requirement for this, so we increased it to 50 hertz, and all the hardware need to meet the standard. And we used 24 tracks of 4K to support the Horizon C5 server was applied. This is quite a demanding project. In the later image, you can see this is our architecture. On the left hand, in this part, it is the display server, which is for decoding of video and present the video on the LED screen frame by frame. Everything is transmitted by optical fiber to this processor. This is a rather detailed information. That is to achieve backup, because all the content, most demanding for the Winter Olympic Game is safety. So we must have adequate redundancy. The security requirement is high. So here you can see we always have the redundancy. For the processor, we have 2 machine, 2 backup. And when the content is displayed on the LED screen, we also have a backup, which means the video signal could transmit from both sides. If the left side is a failure, the other side can be adopted. And here we have 8 processors for the processing. This is a 16K image, and also for the ice cube. We also had 2 servers for the ice water fall in front of the audience. We also have 2 backup servers. And for the south and north screen for the audience, the same. It involves many power slides, this presentation, and playback. These servers are for content decoding. For immersion, a key feature is the very high resolution. With distributed presentation, we can ensure no matter how many projectors, how big the screens are, we can put it into a complete image. If we are making projection of the long march, we use the same approach and the same architecture. So they are like a player. We have the 10,000 megawatt optical fiber. And in this system, we have the transmission of all the commanding signals. Here we have the control servers, which are like our brain and the central nervous system, which are responsible for upload of content and management of the video. We also have a backup. because we need to ensure the absolute security. When the host machine is failed, we have the backup to support. And also, for the torch, the lighting equipment need to be simultaneously operated. And this is for on-site interaction. It involves the positioning of the characters. We use AI algorithm to locate the characters. In the session of Snowflake, many children were holding a kind of a pigeon in hand. There will be some spots following them. These are real-time tracking. It's not children following the spots, but the spots following the keys. We use a camera based on AI algorithm to locate the keys and then also produce the real-time spot on the screen. So here we interconnect the 3D rendering server as well as the AI algorithm. And then the signals are collected to the media server to be presented on the big screen. This is the completed tag architecture. So here you can see immersion has a high demand for the technology, the high resolution, the complex scenario. We use this distributed system to complete the mission. There are some key technologies involved, for example, the framing for immersive audio video technology. I could give you some updates. First one is frame by frame broadcast. We need to have a real-time signal. The audio, laser, lighting, and video need to keep alignment with each other. That is the time coding. Our second point is the PowerPoint. In various sessions, there were introduction of the countries and VIPs, which are presented on the screen. So in our server, we have this embedded function of presentation. And then for the content pre-monitoring, followed by this slicing processor, we need to control the hardware by software like OBS, camera, real-time broadcasting signal. They are all realized in this way. And we use the Inter 3D AI algorithm and the recognition technology. The last part is the future direction. I think first, on the left, you will have the super large area and the super high resolution. LED and projector could realize immersive experience, which will require the connection of multiple equipment. An effective solution is the distributed approach so that you can achieve a super high resolution. However, the equipment need to be aligned with each other. This synchronization technology that is very advanced technology plus complex algorithm. Otherwise, the images, video, audio will not be fully connected with each other. So we must pay attention to this synchronization. Another one is 5-in-1, the optical, audio, video, mechanic, electricity interaction. And we also mention the panoramic image. Also, this involve sensors and laser. We use AI to locate the position. Of course, there are different interaction technology like 3D NEC. I think all the performances are based on the integration of these 5 elements. And the other one is a combination of physical and virtual world. XR, VP technology are all integrated. This is the future trend for our industry. These technologies are being developed and are getting more mature. Last year, metaverse was quite popular. We have invested a lot in this, and XR, we are quite leading the technology both home and abroad. This will also be the future trend. And this year, the AI-related concepts are well recognized. Definitely, it will be a key element. We are also actively engaged in the development. We will use AI-related technology like ChatGPT and large language model supported by some small model to make it easier to display those materials and also confounded by music and other elements. Last but not least, I think all the immersive experience is to empower culture. We are not only for the sake of technology, but for cultural development. So technology is empowering culture, in my opinion. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Li. He gave us an overview of immersive video from the perspective of technological support. They are committed to ensure security for presentation. This is fully in line with the requirement of the National Radio and Television Administration. I fully agree with your opinion at the end. That is 5-in-1. We need to have a good integration of hardware, software, so that we can develop in a healthy way. And the next topic is experience on immersive flight cinema and content creation by Mr. Wen Fang, Deputy General Manager of Fly Over the World. Thank you so much. Sorry, I have a cold. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for the invitation. Brief introduction of Fly Over the World. This is our flagship in Shijiangshan. We were established on September 20, 2016. We are dedicated to the fly cinema industrial chain, from content production to pavilion design, integration of equipment, and promotion operation. In addition to Beijing, in addition to the flagship in Beijing, we also established branches in Xinjiang, Guizhou, Xiamen, Haikou. So far, we have invested nearly 1 billion RMB with hundreds of staff members. In addition to infrastructure, a big input is in content development. We have produced 8 flyover movies. The first one is Flyover China. From the beginning of our company, we set up 3 teams to produce a fly over China. We spent 2 years cover 133 cities, and on August the 8th in 2018, having spent 80 million RMB, we completed the mission, and with Xinhua-Net, we jointly produced the 飞跃 the Silk Road and 飞跃清明上河图. These are our promotion posters, and also we acquired the royalty in Hong Kong and Macau. We also exchange flyover Australia, Taiwan, and the world with our patented content. These are our IPRs. This is the Flyover China Pavilion, opened on August the 8th, 2018, mainly to show Flyover China, Flyover Taiwan. Then in September 8th, 2019, we opened the pavilion for Flyover the world, including Flyover the US, Australia, and the world. And this is in Xinjiang. This is our largest pavilion, 16,000 square meters. In this one, we have 3 flying seat cinemas and also light show. And this is Flyover Guizhou Pavilion in Guizhou. In Dongchuan, Xiamen, we have the pavilion for Flyover Xiamen, and we also open the pavilion, the largest the Flyover Hainan Pavilion in the largest duty-free facility in Hainan. We would like to share with you 3 key elements of our cinema: the flying seat, dome, and the content. I think the flying seat are the essential technology for our pavilion. The dome is the face of our cinema, and the content is the key link. We adopted this approach to build the flying seat. That is to meet the higher requirements in the industry. We use this kind of flying seat, IRAD, MRAD, ORAD, or adopt overhead seat, which means when it's higher than 2 meters from design, calculation, material selection, and processing manufacturing, you must have a rigorous evaluation method. That is for the sake of safety. Even in operation, every year you need to have annual audit. So if you take cost into consideration, you may give up. But for us, we believe the overhead suspending seats will give you the best immersive experience. So if possible, I still recommend you this kind of seating facilities. For seats, usually there are 6 levels. For IRAD, we adopt 6-level seat, which is applied to the stairwell platform. This is a mature technology. And the seat is attached to the other end of the platform. It can almost make all kinds of actions, but there are also distinct problems. First, because it is suspending, 6 cylinders are shouldering different forces, so the maintenance costs are high. And we have developed ORAD, which has 4 levels. But in practice, it is almost the same as 6 level. because the other two levels can be simulated with wind. It only uses two electric cylinders, which is much simplified. So this will be our main product to be promoted. Next, dome cinema. All the dome cinemas are adopting this setting up. In our flagship in Shijingshan district, we have 20-meter diameter with 15 meters high. The biggest feature is simple structure. In our country, we have the leading technology in the aluminum panel. There is no shortcoming with also a very reasonable competitive cost.
Without LED, I think the only drawback is difficult to clean, and otherwise it's a very good solution. And now we have a dome LED. Everything has changed. We will have Mr. Wang, who will talk about LED later after my presentation. Definitely, more information will be given later. So we feel that first, the color, of course. Second, there is no light show blocking, because sometimes in the traditional projection approach, the light path will block the image. I think now the biggest issue is cost. Finally, I want to say something about the content, real-life footage or CG. So fly over China, 80% is through aerial shot. Just some simple specs, 8K, 60 Hertz frame rate, customized fisheye camera. Aerial shots has historical value. The resolution may be lower, but absolutely you'll keep the footage. You know, some places you only have one shot in history. For example, after earthquake, you will never have the similar level of image as before. And also for the Leshan giant Buddha, we also have aerial shots. I think currently it can only achieve 6K with the stabilizing device. But now, I noticed that in future we can even have a higher resolution. And also, the cost is uncontrollable, work time is not controllable, post-production could be time-consuming and costly. And also, we could have a CG-generated content with a higher quality AI. In certain settings, sometimes difficult to tell which is CG, which is real-life shots. We have a lot of fly device companies. The cost, the budget is controllable, the quality is controllable. For one company, you really want to have certainty in your production process. For example, fly over Silk Road. We simulate the ancient and modern Silk Road. You can only use CG to achieve the results. It cannot fully replace real-life shots. So I think the future trend would be real-life shots plus CG. That would be the trend of the future. If we can have a perfect combination, that would be quite meaningful. Okay, I know time is very limited. I have to stop now. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. Wen. His Shijingshan flagship store is operational. Please visit their store. Really, really good effect. And of course, I felt that the digital asset thing, because we are thinking about the cultural big data by the Central Party Committee Department of Publicity, the digital assets will have their value. They are already cultural heritage of humankind. Now, the cinema that don't feel the boundary can really be deeply immersed. From Show Wonder Chairman Wu Xiaobing, please. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I will talk about some immersive technologies. What is a deep immersion? So you shouldn't feel the boundary of the cinema. A Baudelaire's cinema will give you deep immersion. You think about Universal Studio and Disney, right? The flying cinema, you have to queue 2 or 3 hours to get into the cinema. And the things inside is really impressive. You have dynamic chairs, and that is really immersive. But is that deep immersion? I guess not. There's still some gap, because on the roof, there is no image. When you look to both sides, you see boundaries. If you see a boundary, a borderline, subconsciously you are thinking it's not a real life, it's just a cinema. You are not really there. So for the Universal Studio, they have a lot of cinema IP. They bring the IP to real life. Like Harry Potter, your outlook could look very much like Harry Potter castle. You can also enter it to feel it. However, is that deep immersion? I also think there is a gap, because the prop, the scene, you see, but they shows the character, antagonists, and the story. The atmosphere is no longer there. So if you really want to have a full deep immersion, you need to have people, props, setting, atmosphere, and a story. But a movie is not deep immersion. You cannot be part of the movie scene. So I want to show you this. We really want to allow people to enter a film, to experience a historic moment. So now you see a screen, right? Mostly we have a dome. We also have a capsule. What we want to do is a capsule screen. It's a full coverage. We spent 7 years working on this technology. So you don't see the boundary of the screen. You're part of the moment. Okay, this is our dream planet. This one, I think some of you already experienced this, because you have a screen all around you. It's everywhere. So it's a capsule screen design. So basically, you put people inside a film scene, and you don't feel the border of the screen. So it is a new innovation. Because in the past, ever since 1960 till now, we only have straight, flat, or curved, or dome screens. And you have a lot of good video, but the video itself is impressive, but the setting is not impressive. So we now have a full around coverage capsule screen, and you don't see the border. It is a full enveloping capsule screen. Many people felt that VR helmet is the VR screen, but it's not true. But for a cinema, you have a group of people to have empathy with each other. The VR does not show you a border. You feel very immersed. But you are wearing the helmet. You are doing it by yourself. It's not a collective theater. And also, is going through but not flying over. And also, of the years, after 7 years, we have 50 patented technologies from Japan, EU, or even USA. We have a patent protection. And also many innovation points, mostly addressing 4 things. First, the capsule-shaped screen. And also, secondly, the capsule holographic sound system. In the capsule screen, all the images will be distorted, right? Because you are projecting the image on a curved capsule screen. You need to use algorithm to bring them back to normal state and proportion. Secondly, color changes. You have multiple projectors. The chromatography could be varied, and also there could be sound variation. The sound system is critically important. You have 5.1, 7.7, Dolby sound system, Dolby surround technology. But for us, we have done a 720-degree holographic sound system. So you know where the sound comes from. Third thing is deformed screen, 3D imaging system. I know you have seen a lot of movies, right? But all of them are flat and curved screen. But what if it is panoramic, even a dome? It is difficult to achieve stereoscopic effects. So we don't see a full coverage of the 3D effect. Another patent area is our full envelope gaming system. Now, if you work on a game, you use a mobile phone or tablets. The game has a border, but in the capsule, you don't really feel the edge of the screen, and you can play games. We provide this technology platform, but we are not a gaming company, so we need to find game developers in the future. And some honorary awards, a dozen awards, at provincial and ministerial level. And also we got first prize from NRTA for immersive video competition. For example, Dr. Ouyang worked with our team to push this project. And in 2021, we got accredited by NRTA, first prize. So I cannot go through the details. It can cover multiple scenarios like feature tourist towns, science technology museum, exhibition halls, museums, experience shops, or even schools for digital teaching. And also could be film theater, community theater, and family theater. I think in future, even home capsule can be doable. For example, we can have a capsule home theater. If you want to watch a football program or soccer events or other sport events, you can use this. This could be appealing in the future. This on the 15th of July, In Yuanmingyuan, we had a capsule show. Please go there and visit the old summer palace. And I hope all of you can work with us, and we can have more technology exchange, and we can work together to disseminate outstanding Chinese cultural products. I know 10 minutes is very short. We will find new opportunities to talk to you. I feel that this is a really, really interesting idea, a new innovation, and you already have been recognized, and you already got awards. In the end, you said that it may actually present the TV shows that is really aligned with NRTA's future development strategy. Okay, next speech, application of LED dome theater in immersive projects from the Nanjing Lopo Co. Limited. Senior consultant Wang Jianxiong. So, dear guests, leaders, good afternoon. I represent Nanjing Lopo Co. Limited. I talk about the dome theater LED application. So, IV, people want to have extreme feelings and experience. You want to forget your time and space. So, watching a TV, play a game, watch a movie, and even at work, if you have good content, you feel immersed and have very good experience. So I will skip the significance of this technology because you can see things, settings never seen before, and you can very efficiently pass on knowledge or achieve a training purpose or speed up industrial design process. And also in our entertainment, we have an environmental markup simulation system. We can use HD, interactive, immersive, VR imaging system to render 3D settings and elements to test the reasonableness of the design and the packaging economics to reduce the overall risks of a project, engineering project. This is a design user case. And also there are many factors at play for immersion. I will talk about audiovisual tracks. So according to the white paper already mentioned before, I will skip the specs. The image must envelope our visual field as much as possible. The sound must be 3D. To achieve this target for image capturing for the film, the 8, 35, 70 millimeter films or digital cameras, digital sensors, the sensor chip is larger and larger to capture more image info to get a higher definition. And also for the screening process, in order to better cover the FOV, the 3-meter wide or the 3-folded or curved or dome theater, all the purpose is to envelope FOV as much as possible. And for the dome theater, it started from 1930s and 40s. For the projection of optic constellations, for example, we had the Beijing Observatory. And in 1970s and 80s, MAMAX and OmniMax, we were able to project with the 70 millimeter film content in the dome theater. And also you can see those things were very bulky, very steampunk style. And in the 1970s, with the digital technology, we began to deploy digital projectors to project the films. And over the last 10 years, the dome theater have been iconic landmarks in many places. And this one is coming from our product portfolio. And also for the dome theater, there are many design challenges. Just now, Mr. Wen mentioned this too. First, for a single projector, they have to cover the whole dome. You need multiple stitching up of multiple projector image. And also the screen is always reflective, which means that the image sometimes lacks contrast. There's a lack of clarity. Because the projection area is not in conformity with the theoretical projection area of the projector, so the overall resolution is declining.
And as such, multiple projectors need to be integrated either by geometric correction or border fusion or color fusion. No matter use optical or electric method, there will be a physical impact which need to be standardized regularly, and programs need to be cut on site. For this above mentioned problems, we launched the first indoor LED dome theater globally. Why is it internal or indoor one? I will illustrate later. In terms of the contrast, homogeneity, focus, and details, presentation, comprehensive quality comparison, the LED dome is much better than others. Just now, Mr. Wen mentioned the optical coverage. This will not only compromise the quality, but also it is specified that in theory, audience should not be covered, which will compromise their eyesight. But I think in most of the theories, this is not addressed. The audience can always see the projector. The display system structure is a major issue. The multiple projector need to cut the content on site, which means we cannot have on-site unified encryption of a content. Then the dome theater has a perfect mirroring. It's not necessary to have a content cut on site, and it is compatible with a VR program. You could have an immersive experience without wearing glasses. For Dome Master and VR generated content, this LED dome is compatible, and we can reach millimeter level connection. The loudspeakers can be deployed behind the screen in a perfect way. LED screen has impact on the low frequency audio. Here you can see the impact explained, but we can compensate for that to meet the requirement perfectly so as to achieve a closed-loop displays. This technology has obtained patents and awards home and abroad. The cinemas being built or already built are as follows. In total, 19 projects, 14 in China and 5 outside China. The advantages of a LED dome from a technology perspective, it has a high resolution and a high contrast, high sound penetration and content compatibility, low power panel. For operation, it is less impacted by environment light, can be applied to different scenarios in education, entertainment, science, technology, and landmark mentioned by Mr. Zhou. In all the industries, LED dome can play a role. I will further explain these two international projects. One is in Japan, the other one in Salt Lake in the US. This LED dome in Japan is the first and the second LED screen we installed. We adopted the LED scale explore system due to its high contrast and excellent black color. We can show perfect starry sky. The saturated color shows the deep, dark universe. Danavision promoted this with the video, and you can see our real effects. This is our first application in observatory, so there were some shortcomings. Now we turn to the second one, the Experience Center in Salt Lake. And this is the first vertically installed dome, 20-meter in diameter, resolution of 12K. In addition, for digital display of constellation and movie display, we also have an interactive game and immersive sports broadcasting. Just now, Show Wonder mentioned for this 360-degree game, our technology could realize the vision. This digital center built by Cosmo is presented here in the video. When you go upstairs to the second floor, you will reach the observation platform. This is the image of a black hole. They are all real images. And on-site inspection image. Last year, the IMAX Alliance leader organized a major event on this site. Ian McRanan gave remarks. He said that this is the first quantum fly I observed because he had a totally different experience from previous screens, and Cosmo used this product to launch shared reality, which means more people in the immersive environment can affect each other in their emotions and feelings so that we can share the reality. He believed this shared reality system should be the shared experience and the future of immersion. And this has been recognized by the market. This year, MDA and the UFC have both decided to adopt this system for broadcasting. the right bottom is the 26-meter dome in Los Angeles to be built for sports broadcasting. So we provide a quality display platform. Hopefully, you could provide quality content so that we can have a win-win cooperation. Thank you. Thank you, Jianxiong. Jianxiong not only has a good experience in technology, but also an expert in cinematography. Actually, both show wonder and fly over the world are part of this industrial chain. So let's join hands to build up this chain. Next topic is immersive video application case and uni-lumen immersive block solution by Mr. Liu Jianming, General Manager of GTM Ecosystem Department of uni-lumen. Thank you for the invitation. I would like to share with you our efforts in immersive solution. My topic today is immersive video application case and uni-lumen immersive block solution. I will not give you too much information about our company, but focus I will focus on uni-lumen reflection on the content generation. Last year and this year, we put forward the optical display concept, which is based on the cutting-edge technology, AI, naked eye 3D, 5G, UHD, and also combining arts and design to develop the industrial chain. So uni-lumen is not only about hardware, but also transforming to a combination of hardware and content to serve the society and business development. In over 1,000 cities across the world, we have provided solutions combining LED screen plus. And we developed a board in Saudi Arabia, which is a combination of a physical board with immersive experience, which has made Guinness record. And in content, in Bao'an Airport in Shenzhen, based on the content, we have the solution. We combine the immersive experience, 3D, naked eye experience, and public space. Many people are taking pictures here. So content is the enabler for hardware development because with the 3D naked eyes and UHD, the manufacturers are deeply engaged in the research. These are our solutions finished across the world. Always, they are closely intertwined with comment in Longmen Grotto in Luoyang, the Grotto show, and also 40th anniversary of Hong Kong coming back to China. Also, with our content, we participated in 2022 and 2023 Spring Festival performances. This is the Naked Eye 3D program in Chongqing, combining the technology and content. This is our first digital avatar, combining content and hardware. For the technology, content rendering, we did it all by ourselves. Our content production team last year had only more than 10 people, but this year expanded to nearly 100. The naked eye 3D is a key element for immersion. For the future market size, it has a big potential. And this is art plus technology application in business. For business complex, there are not only requirements for the screen, but also artistic design and creative content. Only immersive content can draw attention. When we discuss with the client, we always emphasize turn the traffic flow to cash flow. The key is the content plus the screen technology, so that we can retain the client, which will result in more consumption. And this is a case here. An immersive business complex and the immersive block program. We provide over 10,000 square meters screen because phase 2 is ongoing. The block is also a combination of screen and content, and also the biggest dome, which is 35 meters in diameter. This will be a model for future business block. Having had this project, the client returned the investment within 1 year. These are the pavilions inside the China Pavilion, US Pavilion, and the dome. Actually, content is displayed on the dome. Without content, it is just a blackboard. But immersive content brings the beauty in art and technology. And we have talked about both domestic and international cases as well as the commercial case. Now let's have a look at Unilumin reflected solution. This is for JD. The content plus hardware plus installation. Our reflection is like this. We have technology plus art plus design to apply in public space scenario, commercial scenery, interactive experience zones, cultural creative area, and fashion area. We provide 5 comprehensive solutions with the purpose to taking cities, blocks, to build up the new business card to stimulate the economy. We know that the shopping malls and commercial blocks are facing a big pain point, that is no shoppers. People are always concentrated in restaurants and children's store. Why? Because they haven't combined technology with content to attract the visitors. And I have visited many blocks, for example, in Changsha. Even though there are so many people, they don't bring revenues to the stores because they are only taking some pictures there. This is the feature of the young generation. If in the shopping malls, in the public space, we could set up some landscape, we can attract them. We have also surveyed some blocks in the northern area of China. It's more difficult. That's why we have put forward this a comprehensive solution combining content and technology for the commercial blocks. And this is a demo. I will not play the video here. The key point is we combine the traffic flow, the available public space, and corners for commercial development to display the content based on technology to attract a client to have a secondary and even more dissemination. And this is 5 major scenarios we built up. Actually, we have expanded to 11, but these 5 are the major ones, like public space, art, and hardware. The commercial sceneries, like the LED Max and naked eye 3D combined with audio, video, and third one is cultural creation. We have cultural creative blogs and sceneries to attract more visitors. Not long ago, with Mr. Zhou, we visited 798.
一个文化创意集聚的一个地方。那为什么没有人？其实我们在思考，后来我也在反复的在思考。
Not many people there, in fact, because they don't really have a lot of technology thing, or the content is kind of outdated, cannot attract audience flow. You'll need new content to sort of reinterpret 798 art district, and you can attract more people, like interactive zones. You can use all kinds of technology, like dome theater, maybe, and the 720-degree, the capsule screen. It is very interactive. And now we are working on few projects. We focus on the devices, equipment, and content. And the property owners, they really like these ideas. So let's work together as a whole industry cluster. For example, our students, they can create content, and our system makers and the device manufacturers, we can work together and create our own market. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Unilumin is a leading company in the display industry in China. You're talking about ideas fused with technologies. I know you not only work on the hardware, you also focus on the digital assets. Now we all believe that asset is king. Next speech is about the exploration of AI application in audiovisual application scenarios. Mr. Sun Xuejing from Beijing Tulin Co. Limited.
感谢中广。
Thank you very much for inviting me to this place. All the experts talk about the audiovisual content, so I will talk about the audio part of this story. So in the 3D sound, from end to end, we have collectors, production devices, processors, rendering, and display, and the players. For example, we have multi-channel recording devices suitable for the traditional channel sound collection. Around 2015, VR began to be a new hot trend, and we began to explore immersive audio production methodologies. In 2015, we launched a VR recorder. It's a microphone array. And also later, other competitors began to follow, and we were able to see this opportunity, so we launched our own recording arrays. And later, we had mobile phone mountable arrays. But also, I want to point out that targeting the immersive audiovisual settings, you have a full first-order sound field collector. The sound quality, fidelity is not good enough. So we are thinking about high-order sound field from 8 to 32 or 64 microphones supporting up to 7-order sound field collection. And also for sound protection, audio protection, you are using all kinds like a Dolby surround sound protection system. Personally, when we developed this module, we borrowed the concept of Dolby, but for the VR audio projection process, we have our own innovative points. So for this add-ons, we have produced all types of panoramic tools. For example, our rendering engine. After collection, we can use algorithms to convert to FOA or to have the speaker array playback, and also to manufacture for the earphones. So after one production process, you can display on multiple platforms. And also for sound processing, we need to reduce the noise. We also need to configure the sound or higher order processing functions. So for us, we developed other toolbox. Just some user case, multi-channel configuration to live show to the bottom left. It is for automakers. It is a testing rig for simulating car manufacturing. And also we worked with Huawei, and also we manufactured some content, and they could be played back on the loudspeaker array. That was really good. Several million hits online. Bottom right, that is the car-mounted device industry. And also we focused on a few fusion of hardware, software projects. And from last year, we began to participate in the AIGC field, because last year we worked with a big client, and we worked on some AI, fast AI generation to generate multi-channel immersive audio. In the first stage, it was very preliminary. It's just like a foundational model. We use the music prompts. For example, a piano or 古筝 instrument or the guitar, you just give it, or orchestra, you just give it a few notes in the system to prompt the system. The system will follow this genre of music. For example, from the audio signals, they will have stochastic conversion and to ordinary media files, and then we will change the rhythm and the auxiliary notes, and then we can analyze the original style. We can generate a style of music for the users. This is a very preliminary, and last year we got really good results, and now we are testing that whether we can use foundational model to do this. Just like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is for text only. For audio, it is a multimodal foundational model. So with one sentence, you can generate a music piece especially for immersive setting like Dolby. It can support up to 128 speakers. So each channel is correlated differently. And also the movement trajectory of the listeners could also be challenged to the 3D sound system. Based on the current AI iteration speed, we are very confident that in the next couple of years, we will have a lot of AI-generated music piece. Because currently we have a serious lack of immersive audio, and I do hope that we can continue to discuss these technology challenges with you. That's all for me. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Definitely without sound, then the video loses its soul. That is really in conformity with the theme of today's meeting. Use from the Beijing Gongyi Xingtu Science and Tech Co. Limited, using smart algorithm to create a creative setting and environment.
Thank you for the invitation. I have learned a lot from previous speakers, and I would like to share with you how we apply smart algorithm to build immersive space. First, introduction of Hello Image. This is a rather young company. We were established only 2 months ago, but our predecessor had experience of 15 years in culture theater integration. And this year, together with Tricolor, we share the R&D team to build a new expertise, combining the 15 years of experience to have a standardized immersive experience product. The early case for us is to use an immersive scenario to improve the night economy. That is on Jianghe Community Park in Chengdu. We built the light show so as to attract the local resident. At the beginning, this park was totally dark at night. So when we were doing a field study, there were some renovation. However, community were far away from it. This project was not that highly technological one, only simple laser with ordinary content and interactive game. Having built this light show, it was open for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every night there will be 200 to 300 kids playing there. And also they bring out their parents and other young generation. So every time when we visited there, we find the business keep upgrading. At the beginning, there were no people there, but later on, we found no space for parking. So this is a very or most meaningful project for us. And later on, combined with other project information, we analyze the audience of immersive experience. The first set of product is for Generation Z and 6 to 15 years old children. The Generation Z, mainly 18 to 24 years old, they don't seek for very high level of a product, but they are focusing on the appearance and their performance. If they do not like it, they never carry it. And for 6 to 15 years old, they have a big curiosity. But it's easier to satisfy their curiosity. That's why in the previous program, we have attracted so many kids. For these two groups of people, we have built up the first set of product that is this Pandora interactive platform. It is an immersive experience platform as well as a multi-person interaction platform. We adopt the standard audio-video display technology plus action capture plus open-ended content. The core technologies are first, we have video processing, display, and synchronization. Second, the action capture and also open-ended content, so we can provide access to external developers. So we have this audio-video part, the action capture part, and open-ended content presentation. The most essential part is the action capture system. To have a better effect of multi-person interaction, we have the high precision, low latency, big angle, and to support multi-person action capture to enhance the experience. For content, we have U3D, U1, and also third-party software pack. There's no barrier for any of them. The reason why we build up this standardized system, standardized operation, and standardized operation and standardized structure, that is to make it more open so that our content providers and partners could all have access to this system. Especially for the users and partners, this is quite helpful. I have attended many conference and exhibitions. I think when inquired, you cannot give a physical or reasonable price. If you give a too high price, you will scare the potential partners away. And if you say, I cannot give you accurate pricing because I need to give you a customized solution, then the client have no idea of what to do next. So it's like doing renovation of your apartment. With standardized setting, you could give a more reasonable, acceptable price. Then the client will decide whether they can afford it. And we have also done an experiment not long ago on the sci-fi conference in Beijing. We built up this interactive space. This is an interactive shooting game. The game has attracted so many school students. We did some statistics. Within 1 hour, there were 80 visitors. Over half of them would like to queue for more experience. At most, someone played 6 times. And every hour, over 30 people can have experience. We also did some interview of the players. 60% of them would like to pay 40 RMB to have experience. Different from other experience in immersion, it's not that costly. but it emphasizes on the quantity. So in the future, we will still focus on the high precision facial tracking and build on ChatGPT AI to develop more immersive interactive experience. For us, technology is being developed, but we already have many mature technologies which can help reduce the cost. So for our product exploration, we want to give the public more access to this high-resolution video so that they can better experience the upgrading of their experience, spend less to enjoy more better products. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ma. Thanks to all the 13 speakers. In about 3.5 hours, we have learned so much. Thank you very much. Hopefully, we can have an even closer collaboration. Thank you for your attendance. It's not easy to sit here for 3.5 hours. Also, thanks to our viewers online. Also, thanks to all our staff. The success of this conference cannot be achieved without your efforts. Now, I officially conclude this conference. Thank you.
好，请所有的嘉宾和领导上台，我们一起合个影。请上台合影。